Oh my god. It happened. It actually happened. After 10 long, agonizing years, we finally got a new console Castlevania game! I mean, sure, it's a remake and not a completely new entry, but I'll take it! Let's start at the beginning. On August 27th, 2024, a Nintendo Direct was held, and in said Direct came the announcement and shadow drop of the Castlevania Dominus Collection, a collection of ports of the DS trilogy. Now that alone is huge, finally having all the handheld Castlevania games on modern platforms. But that wasn't all. This collection also included the arcade game Haunted Castle, as well as a brand new remake of said arcade game. Developed by M2, the same studio behind Castlevania The Adventure Rebirth, Haunted Castle Revisited sets out to improve on the original. Now, before I get into this remake, I should give my thoughts on the original game as a quick refresher. I think it fucking blows. Simon is slow and clunky to control, the sub-weapons are dog shit, the vampire killer is dog shit, and only gets worse with upgrades. Simon walks like he's constipated, and the game is just so unfairly fucking difficult for no reason whatsoever. Naturally, given my opinions on this game, I was a bit skeptical of this remake. But hey, M2 managed to turn my least favorite Castlevania into one of my favorites with Adventure Rebirth. Maybe they can do the same for Haunted Castle. Well, did they? Absolutely. Oh my god, Haunted Castle Revisited is fantastic. Brand new sprites, brand new level design, improved controls, better sub-weapons, the whole 9 yards. And of course, a fully remixed soundtrack, and it goes hard. The gameplay of Haunted Castle Revisited is your standard classic Vania experience. You progress through various stages, taking on the boss at the end in order to reach Dracula to take back your wife. And this is one of the best feeling classic Vanias I've ever played. Simon controls like a dream, and I think this is the most amount of airborne control I've ever had in a classic Vania title. I've never missed a jump because Simon just feels so good to control. And holy shit, that whip range. This might be the largest range any Belmont has ever had with the Vampire Killer, and I'm so here for it. Unlike Adventure Rebirth, where it was essentially an entirely new game, Haunted Castle Revisited is a much more faithful remake, keeping all of the stages and bosses from the original game, but heavily improving on them. The bosses are not nearly as difficult as the original, and the remixed stage design makes for a much smoother experience, and they... Wait, where's the wall? The infamous Wall of Death. It should be right there. Is it gone? If the removal of the most infamous obstacle in the original does not perfectly show what we're dealing with here, I don't know what will. They've truly taken the time to ensure that this remake fixes all of the problems of the original, and the improved level design is a testament to that. In the original game, I criticized the final level for just being a bridge. Here, yeah, it's still a bridge, but it's not just a straight line. There's a small section where you have to deal with one of those staircase snake things. It's not much, but it's a small detail that adds a lot. Once you get to the end of the bridge, it's time to take on Dracula, and you all know the drill by now. He teleports around the room, throwing knives at you. A little off script, but alright. After that form is defeated, Phase 2 begins, where he transfers— Jesus Christ! Okay, yeah, they definitely changed this final boss drastically. In the original, his second form was just a big head that you wailed on, but here, 4 different giant heads that each have their own different attack. Whipping them can knock them out for a short bit, removing that attack from play. But to damage Dracula, it takes inspiration from the Richter fight from Symphony of the Night, where you have to attack the floating orb above him. This final battle is a major improvement over the original and will definitely test your skills. Once you defeat him, you rescue your wife, the castle crumbles, and the game ends. I am truly baffled by this game's existence. If I had a nickel for every time M2 took a Castlevania game I hate and turned it into something I love, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but man, am I glad it happened twice. Haunted Castle Revisited is an absolute blast, and this game truly gives me hope for the future of the series. Maybe we finally will get a brand new installment, and maybe, just maybe with some luck, okay, a lot of luck, maybe we'll finally get a game showcasing the Demon Castle War. But that's wishful thinking. For now, I'm just glad we got a new Castlevania experience, and I'm even more glad that it's a damn good one too. Thank you everyone for tuning in to this year's Castlevania month. At the beginning, I really didn't know if I'd have a lot to talk about, but this year turned out to be a pretty damn good one for Castlevania. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Shay64. I'll see you next year. Happy Halloween, everybody.